And now back to that High Court decision to release detainees, many of them criminals. It's been such a nightmare for the Albanese government. Made worse, as I said, by the government not being prepared for the High Court's decision, releasing them at first with no proper controls, although they now apparently got ankle monitors and must report to police. But is that enough to stop a convicted murderer from killing someone again? And this shambles has included now something else. Family and friends of the victims of some of these detainees have been left in the dark and are now fearing for their lives, that their killers might come back to target them. One of those killers released by the government after the High Court decision is Iranian refugee Tony Kellisar. And warning, what he did was horrific. I'm not going to give you the whole details, but in November 1997, he murdered his wife, Svetlana Podgoyetsky, in Melbourne. She was on a work trip. He secretly followed her from Sydney, then drove her body back to Sydney, where he tried to dissolve it in a vat of acid. I won't say more. Now, he was sentenced to 22 years prison. Since his release in 2019, he's been in immigration detention, trying to fight an order that his visa be cancelled and be sent back to Iran. But that won't accept him anyway. It doesn't take back people that don't want to go back. But now, there he is, Kellisar, roaming the streets with his ankle bracelet, don't worry. Joining me now is Svetlana's daughters, Serrah and Bianca. Serrah, thank you for your time. I'll start with you. How do you feel knowing that this man is walking around the streets at the moment with supposedly an ankle monitor? Does it make you feel safer?
Not at all. Unfortunately, the ankle monitoring system doesn't give us any assurance that we'll actually be kept away from this person. Look, he's very calculated, in what he did to our mother in 97. It was very calculated. He's able to, if he's out on the streets, he's able to find us, we feel. And we just got a lot of fear, a lot of discomfort knowing that he's allowed out and can just be in Australia.
Bianca, do you know where he is at the moment? And were you and your sister told he'd be released? Did you get plenty of warning?
No, we don't know where he is. We didn't get any warning. I was told nothing. Like Serrah said, we're just absolutely terrified because we don't have any visibility. No one's communicating anything to us. We're in complete dark.
That's incredible. Serrah, you telling me neither of you were told? Has anyone been in contact with you to at least tell you where he might be or that he is out?
So I put myself on the victims register when I was a teenager, and because of that I was contacted on Monday to let us know retrospectively that he was released on Friday of last week. They weren't able to give us any specific details into his whereabouts, I guess the nature of his release, if he's allowed to travel interstate, anything like that. Unfortunately, we're not sure, we're not given any details into where he is.
Wow.
I'm
stunned. But Bianca, did Tony Kellisar try to contact you in the past at all? Do you know that he's interested in you guys?
We've always been kept sheltered of, if there was any communication, we were very young when this happened. So our auntie and uncle tried to shelter us as much as they could from this and try to give us the most normal upbringing as possible. So for this reason, we don't know if he's contacted us, and we don't want to know. But the fact of the matter is that he is, like Serrah said, very calculated. He has slipped through the cracks multiple times. He even entered in Australia back in 96 or 97 on a falsified passport, and got through past our government. So this is what we are afraid of, that this could happen again. The ankle monitor, the daily check-ins with the police, we don't know what that looks like. We don't know if that's going to be enough to keep him under control, or if he's if that's going to keep him away from us. But all of this combined is just giving us so much anxiety. Our mental health is deteriorating. I don't know about Serrah, but I've been able to sleep in, since this has happened. I stay awake at night thinking that someone's going to burst through my front door. Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Wow. But Serrah, how do you feel the government and the High Court have handled this whole thing?
Yeah, unfortunately not very well at all. I think at the very least we deserve to be kept into the loop. We deserve to know where he is, what his whereabouts is, and also just the details of his release. I think to be told that he deserves a right to privacy over our right to knowledge about him, I think is just disgraceful, unfortunately. I think, you know, as citizens of this country, we can't forget that he's not a citizen. We deserve to know what happens to him and where he is over his right to privacy.
I think if I threw that open to the viewers right now, you get 100% yes, indeed, you are right. But Bianca, what would you like the government now to do about all this?
I think there needs to be better communication to the victims and to the citizens of Australia that this actually affects. In a perfect world for us, we would like to see him deported back to his country and serve whatever, face whatever punishment is waiting for him there. I would like to see our government stick up for us and put us first rather than a non-Australian citizen. And I mean, in a perfect world, that's what I would like to happen. What would you like to happen?
Absolutely.
Well, I feel like I wish I could do something for you ladies. I'm hoping someone from the government is listening, taking notes, and putting rockets up people's backsides, because this can't stand. Serrah and Bianca Katz, thank you so much indeed for your help. Really, for coming on. I really appreciate it, and good luck.
Thank you. Thank you for your time.